Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Nick Dyson and I am a Maxwell Leadership Certified Speaker and Coach and here to talk about leadership. For this video, if you notice the thumbnail and the description, I'm going to be talking about 4 key takeaways from John Maxwell's book, Intentional Living. Now, I will be honest, this is one of my favorite books. It truly has impacted my life. It is a challenge, something to really self-reflect on how you're living your life. And that's what it was for me. I read this during college. It really challenged me, really changed my mindset on a lot of things. So this, by far, one of my favorite books. This is actually a book that I have signed by John Maxwell. I have a few of his books that are signed by John himself. This is one of them. Excited to have books that are signed by John. So for these 4 takeaways, 4 lessons learned from intentional living. Number 1 is your life is a story. John tells the story all the time about how his assistant one year gave him a gift, and it was a book, and it just said the greatest story ever told. And when you opened it up, all of the pages were blank. It was actually a journal, and it was meant for you to write on the pages of that journal, and that your life was the greatest story that was ever told. Now, that in itself is an amazing lesson and something we can take away from. But John includes that principle in this book, Intentional Living, as your life is the greatest story that can be told. Your life is a story, but your story does not tell itself. It takes what you do, how you live, how you act, the values that you follow, the type of person you are. That is what tells your story. So, when you think about intentional living or living with intentionality, focus on your values, focus on growing yourself, focus on being a better person, growing in your faith if you're a person of faith. Focus on growing yourself, because that will tell the story of who you are. And that will be the greatest story that's ever told. Second lesson, second takeaway that I have from this book is John talks about starting small but believing big. And this is something, in truth, I struggle with, because I like to believe big and I like to try to start big, but that does not always work. Take this YouTube channel, for example. I cannot start with 1 million subscribers or 100,000 subscribers. I had to start with 0, and I have to build up from there. And we have, as of the recording of this video, a couple hundred, few hundred, whatever that number is right now. But it starts and it has to build. But it takes that consistency, that starting small, recording that video, and then posting that video, and then doing another one. For your business, it starts with starting the business, creating the business plan, networking your business, marketing your business, getting that first sale, then getting that second sale. It starts small, but it builds big. You know, you hear the phrase, Rome wasn't built in a day. Any small business, any major corporation, in truth, they weren't built in a day. It took somebody starting with an idea, maybe starting small, but they built because they believed it could be something big. And it may be that it was big because it turned into the financial stability for their family. It could be big because it turned into a major Fortune 500 company. Whatever it is, start small, but believe big. Third takeaway from John Maxwell's Intentional Living is find and work with like-minded people. Partner with like-minded people. Find those people. Find your tribe. Find people that have the same values as you. People that are looking to do the same types of things. People that have the same mindset. You know, for entrepreneurs, maybe you find other entrepreneurs to connect with. People of faith, you find other people of faith to connect with. People, maybe you're working in a certain type of business or industry. Find other people who are in that industry. Learn from them, network with them, and grow with them. It's not something you can do on your own, but you need to find those like-minded people. You need to focus on developing relationships with those like-minded people, because when you're having bad days, they're the people that can encourage you and keep you going. When you're having challenges and you need somebody to provide some feedback, there are people who can help you and give some feedback, give some advice. You need to have people like that in your life because they can help you. So the final takeaway, final lesson learned from this book is urgency. So you're not going to grow just sitting and doing nothing. You're not going to become a successful entrepreneur by sitting and not working on your business. You're not going to become a great leader. You're not going to become a great speaker, a great business person, if you are not trying to grow and develop yourself. Even as Christians, this is something you can't just sit as a Christian and expect to grow in your faith by doing nothing. It takes that urgency or intentionality to go and actually put in that effort to learn, grow, and develop yourself. It takes time, it takes consistency, but it takes urgency to go and do that. So again, this is one of my favorite books by John Maxwell, Intentional Living. This is a fantastic book. I highly recommend, if you are interested in personal growth, personal development, pick up a copy of this book. It would be a great purchase. If you are looking to purchase this book or you want to buy a copy, there's a link down in the description and you can go and purchase a copy of this. If you want to find out more about Maxwell leadership training, what I do, coaching, speaking, that type of thing, also links down in the description. I hope you like the video and I'll see you in the next one.